So good morning, this is Linda.
Hi.
This is a slightly different video. Linda looks after all of our YouTube production, so it's usually behind the camera directing fools like me and Sherpa Toby on what to say and what to do. In May this year, early May this year, we packed Linda off to Croatia to go and experience some of our best-selling trips, and we wanted to talk about that today to give you a little bit more insight in what to expect. So you arrive at Dubrovnik and the team meet you?
Yes, I'm picked up by one of the guides.
As everyone will be, by the way.
Yes.
So you get picked up.
You're picked up at the airport and then you're driven to usually the ferry if you're going straight to Lopud Island.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can spend a few hours in Dubrovnik if you feel like it, if you have some extra time. I got picked up in a speedboat actually. It was incredible. Yeah, it was so fast. It took about 20 minutes.
Really?
No, maybe not.
No, you might be right. Only because the ferry takes about an hour.
Yeah, we took the ferry back, so that takes about an hour.
Yeah.
But on the way there, I took the speedboat, and it was so nice. Yeah, I can definitely recommend it. You can pay a little bit extra and take the speedboat instead of the ferry. Maybe do one of each. That's what I did, and because the ferry is so beautiful as well. So.
The ferry tickets return are included too, and as Linda says, you can pay a little bit extra if you want to go on a speedboat on either way.
Yeah, just contact us and we'll let you know how much it is, but I definitely recommend it. It was so fun. Anyway, so when I came to Lopud Island, I got picked up by Emir and he showed me to the accommodation and everything. So
Emir's the local guide.
Yes.
He's wonderful.
Yes.
He's great.
Yes.
And he's the kind of the main guy and the main host. There are others in the team as well, but Emir's the main guy and he's great. And what did you think of Lopud, the island?
It's so beautiful. It's a small island. There are no cars on the island at all.
Traffic free. Traffic free.
And I was there in early May, so there were hardly any people on the island either.
Wow.
Yeah, just the locals.
I went a few years ago, and I remember it being very beautiful. There's a small harbour.
Yes.
And there's some kind of restaurants and stores, I think, at the front.
Yes.
And you can easily walk around or walk across the island if you want to. And there's a beach on one side.
Yes, there's a larger beach on the other side of the island. Yeah. And you actually spend one day kayaking around the island to that beach and spend the rest of the day on the beach. So nice. But what I did as well was hike across.
Yes, that's what I did. Yeah,
so that takes about an hour or two. And then, it's a beautiful hike.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about the accommodation as well.
Yes.
So everybody stays in like a private apartment building. Is that right?
Yes. So when I was there, it was like a guest house with another family. So it was in their house, and I had my own room, obviously. And I mean, that view was the most beautiful view I've ever seen. It was so beautiful. But then I think next year they're going to do another house and they're going to have a pool and it's going to be really, really nice. Yeah,
and so the accommodation, I think so one shouldn't expect kind of the Savoy or a 5-star Hilton. It's not that, but it's kind of basic but really nice accommodation with great views.
Yeah, you feel like you are like getting the local experience because you're kind of staying in a house there and you know, you have breakfast there and...
Which reminds me, what was the food like?
Food was great. Yeah. The breakfast is included every day, so it's kind of like, it's a bit like a hotel breakfast. Sure. You get like toast and eggs and everything like that, juice and coffee. Yep. And then lunches are included, I think, on two days.
I think it's 2 days.
2 days?
Yeah, I think it's definitely on the website. It's on the trip. Key details or what's included.
Yes.
I think it's 2. Yeah.
So one day actually you go to another island and you have fish that they've just freshly caught. It was incredible, and the rest of the group were just raving about it for the whole week. It was so the best. Yeah, and 2 dinners are included as well, like a welcome dinner when you get there, and I mean, it's just the most beautiful.
Because you eat outside, and it's because the weather's so good, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And you've got views over the ocean. Well, it's not an ocean; it's a sea, the Adriatic Sea. But it's wonderful.
Yes.
It's really, really beautiful.
Yeah.
So, day one on Lopud. You've never been sea kayaking before.
No.
Were you a bit nervous?
Yes, I was nervous.
You were nervous.
I thought it would just like wiggle and then I would fall in.
Yeah, you capsize.
Yes.
And it'll be over. but you didn't.
No. And one thing to mention as well is Amir, the local tour guide, is like a champion, like national champion in kayaking.
Yeah, he did something.
Yeah,
he's
been kayaking since he was a baby, and so I felt really safe in his hand.
Yeah.
It was a double kayak, so you can choose if you want to go in a double kayak or a single kayak.
They're pretty stable. I mean, and it's calm as well.
Yes.
Because they're all sheltered islands.
Yeah, but he asked me if I wanted a single or a double, and I said a double with him in it.
Yeah. Right.
So, and I was filming a bit as well, so I didn't actually do much. He did most of the work.
That's all right. That's all right. But so you had your safety briefing.
Yes.
Right, and what does that entail?
First you get a life jacket, you try it on, and then he tells you exactly what to do if you were to capsize.
Yeah.
The main thing is don't panic.
Yeah.
And I was nervous about that before.
Yeah.
But when I was on the kayak, all I kept thinking was, it looks so nice, the water looks so nice. And it was so warm as well, so I was like, I don't mind if we capsize.
Was it really warm? Because it was early May. And
and the water was still really warm. I didn't go swimming, but I definitely could have. It was so nice,
Yeah, okay. So you got your life jacket, you got your paddles, you're in the kayak, you're feeling pretty good, and it's quite stable, and it's beautiful, and it's nice. And is there anything else one would kind of need to know about the trip?
I would just say that if you're a group or a family and you kind of have different levels of experience or active lifestyle, then some of you can go kayaking every day, all day, every day, but the rest of you can kind of relax on the beach and hike and kind of take it. Yeah, it's a very nice island as well, relaxing.
Yeah, the island's beautiful. I think the one big thing is I think we often get queries from customers who feel they need to be super fit to do these trips or they need to have experience. And really it's not, well, for the vast majority of trips, it's not true. No. The trips are really designed for everybody and for beginners.
Yes.
And so it's like having a summer holiday, but just with a bit of a difference.
Yeah.
So you could go kayaking for a morning and then spend the afternoon on the beach, or go hiking, or even take the ferry yourself over to Dubrovnik and have an explore. Yeah. And there's all sorts to do.
Yeah, so, and it depends on the group as well. If you're kind of a very active group, then the guide will probably include more kayaking and a bit more adventurous things.
So they tailor as they go.
Yes, tailor,
who they're with, which is really great.
Yeah.
Also, we're going to talk about Montenegro and rafting on the Tara River.
Yes.
So I think there's a few things just to know. So firstly, the drive from Dubrovnik to Montenegro in the Tara River in the canyon area is quite long. It's 3 to 4 hours, is that right?
It's 3 hours.
3 hours.
For us.
Yeah. And you're in a private minivan, so it's air conditioned and off you go. The canyon area is the biggest canyon, I think, in Europe.
Yes,
right?
They call it the Grand Canyon of Europe, and it is. So it is stunning. Like I've never seen. Well, I've been to Grand Canyon, but it was like that. It was just like a European version of Grand Canyon. Yes. So the accommodation in Montenegro was even more beautiful than on Lopud, because it's kind of like a ski cabin.
Like a chalet type thing. I know what you mean. Wooden frames. Yeah.
It's brand new. I believe they built it last year. Okay. And I mean, I didn't expect it as well, so I was just stunned. It's so beautiful. And it's right next to the restaurant that's also kind of the same theme. And they have this terrace overlooking the river. And that's where you have breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Great. But the main event, of course, is the rafting.
Yes.
So talk us through it. What happens?
So I was nervous for kayaking, but I was more nervous for river rafting because, you definitely have a safety briefing before. You put on like helmet, vest, a wetsuit. You have a wetsuit on as well. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're dressed to fall in, basically. That's what I was afraid of. Okay. But then, you have a safety briefing. They tell you exactly what to do. Yeah. And there's little hooks for your feet so you can lean back really far without falling in.
How many people are there?
There were, I think, 8 or 10 in each.
Do groups converge, or is it just kind of, there are like quite a few boats, or just one boat?
Yes, there were quite a few boats when we went.
So they get quite a few, there's kind of a big...
Yeah.
There's a number of groups altogether who descend, I suppose, down the river.
And they go about every 30 seconds, so you have it to yourself. But you see, some others as well. And it was really fun. Halfway through, you stop on the other side, which is in Bosnia.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's very cool. And so you can walk up there, and then you go to a waterfall, and you can go under it, and yeah. So that was like an extra little surprise.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. And you actually end up right by your accommodation, by the restaurant, and then your lunch is waiting for you.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the afternoon, you know, we relaxed for a little bit.
Yeah, sure.
A bit tired, and then we went hiking.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
okay.
so we went to along the river, went hiking for a little bit.
Nice. So you can kind of explore and.
Yes, but there's lots of options to do there. I think.
It's horse riding, right?
Yes, horseback riding is the main thing.
Okay.
We didn't have time to do that, but that's usually on the itinerary.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's kind of all the questions that we often get asked, and we wanted to give an overview of the trips and how the different activities work and why they're so good and fun. And we hope we've given a bit more insight into those.
Yeah.
So the links to the trips are below. Please, by the way, I always forget this, but please subscribe as well. We would love it if you subscribe. So yeah, please do. And check out the trips on the website. So theadventurepeople.com. If you search for Croatia, they'll come up at the top of search or near the top of the search anyway.
Yeah, and we have loads more videos that you can watch to see more about my experience kayaking, and yeah, lots of blog posts as well.
Yeah, so that's a good point. So there are videos from rafting, from kayaking, so you can see exactly where Linda was and what she got up to.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.